Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Jared with Scamaware 101, and today we're focusing on red flags that indicate you're talking to a scammer. If you want to protect yourself and your loved ones from scams, it's critical to be aware of these red flags. The goal is always to spot a scam quickly enough to avoid interacting with a scammer at all. But scammers are clever and always try new ways to slip past your defenses. Each year, millions of victims are tricked into engaging with a scammer. But as victims share their stories, we learn about some common red flags to be aware of. In this video, we'll share 5 red flags that indicate you're talking to a scammer. Awareness of these red flags could help you spot a scam in progress and protect yourself or a loved one from becoming a victim. We have a lot of valuable information to share in this video, but before we get started, our goal here at Scamware 101 is to spread awareness, and you can help by clicking the thumbs up button and subscribing to our YouTube channel. For the latest news and updates, you can join our free mailing list by visiting our website, scamware101.com. And in case you didn't know, we now stream live on YouTube every Thursday, so stop by a live stream and say hi. Also, we're finally monetized on YouTube. That means you can show support by purchasing a super thanks. Hey, we appreciate anything we could get. Now, back to the reason you're here. Let's discuss some common red flags that indicate you're talking to a scammer. Let's jump right into our first red flag. The first red flag on our list: they direct you to a third-party chat app like Telegram or WhatsApp to continue the conversation. Scammers prefer to use third-party chat apps because it's easier to communicate with victims in other countries. These third-party apps also offer more anonymity for scammers to hide behind. It's a red flag when someone directs you to a third-party app to continue chatting. Scammers might contact victims using a more traditional way at first. They'll use a phone call, text message, or email to initiate the conversation. But once communication is established with the victim, the scammer will ask to continue the conversation on an app like Telegram or WhatsApp. That's the red flag. Some common scams that use this tactic include romance scams. A scammer uses fake dating profiles to first lure in victims, then directs those who reply to continue talking on WhatsApp. Wrong number scams. They start with a text message probing for victims, then direct those who reply to continue talking on WhatsApp. Investment scams. Scammers will direct the victim to a Telegram or WhatsApp group to pump up an investment or appear more legit. Always be suspicious when someone directs you to a different chat platform to continue a conversation. This is a common tactic used by scammers to communicate with their victims. That's red flag number 1. When they direct you to a third-party app like Telegram or WhatsApp to continue the conversation, it's a red flag that indicates you're talking to a scammer. Let us know in the comments if you've encountered this red flag before. The next red flag on our list: they request payment in gift cards, prepaid debit cards, cryptocurrency, or by depositing cash into a Bitcoin ATM. Scammers prefer to be paid with gift cards, prepaid debit cards, and cryptocurrency. It allows them to move funds quickly and is harder for victims to recover the money after it's sent. It's extremely common for scammers to request payment in unusual ways. Sometimes they'll ask for cash to be deposited at a local Bitcoin ATM. Other times they ask victims to purchase gift cards at the local Walmart or Target. Those are all red flags that indicate it's a scam. Requesting gift cards, prepaid debit cards, or cryptocurrency as payment should always be considered suspicious. Some common scams that might request unusual forms of payment include IRS and Social Security scams. Scammers impersonating government agencies will ask for payment in gift cards or cryptocurrency. Real government agencies do not accept gift cards or cryptocurrency as payment. Romance scams. Scammers will often request gift cards and cryptocurrency from an emotionally attached victim who thinks they're in a real relationship. Bank impersonation scams. Scammers have a victim withdraw cash from the bank and purchase gift cards to protect their funds from fraud. The victim is then instructed to take pictures of the gift cards and provide them to the scammers. Be suspicious of anyone asking you to buy gift cards, prepaid debit cards, or cryptocurrency. Depositing cash at a Bitcoin ATM should also be considered suspicious. That's red flag number 2. When they request payment in gift cards, prepaid debit cards, or cryptocurrency, it's a red flag that indicates you're talking to a scammer. Let us know in the comments if you've spotted this red flag before. The next red flag on our list: they ask you to provide a code sent to your phone by text message. Scammers might send a code to your phone for a couple reasons. They might be using your phone number to open a new account, or they might be trying to access your existing accounts under that phone number. Either way, you should never provide a code received on your phone to someone else. This type of scam is common on sites like Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist. A scammer will pose as a buyer or seller and ask to verify your phone number by sending a code. Providing the code back might grant the scammer access to your accounts or allow a new account to be linked to your phone number. Some common scams that send a code to the victim's phone might include account login attempts. This is when a scammer attempts to log into your account but needs a security code that was sent to your phone. Providing the code allows the scammer to log in to your account. Password reset requests. This is when a scammer attempts to reset a password to your account but needs the security code that was sent to your phone. Providing the code allows your password to be reset, essentially giving the scammer access to your account. Google Voice scams. This is when a scammer creates a new Google Voice account tied to your phone number. Providing the code allows them to link your phone number to the fraudulent account. Be suspicious of anyone asking you to verify a code sent to your phone. That's red flag number 3. When they ask for a code sent to your phone, it's a red flag that indicates you're talking to a scammer. Let us know in the comments if you've encountered this red flag before. The next red flag on our list, they ask you to connect to your PC to assist or investigate an issue. A disturbing trend that's become more common over the years is for scammers to impersonate customer support to gain access to a victim's PC. Once a scammer has access to the PC, they could steal passwords, encrypt files, and attempt to access online banking accounts. Asking to access your PC is a major red flag that indicates you're talking to a scammer. Victims are often tricked into calling a fake support number that dials a scammer. The scammer impersonates support and will ask to assist the victim by accessing their PC. That's a red flag. Be suspicious of anyone asking to connect to your PC, even if you're the one calling for assistance. Some scams that involve connecting to a victim's PC include fake virus alerts or tech support scams. This is when the scammer impersonates tech support to connect to a victim's PC. Fake order scams. This is when a scammer impersonates customer support to assist with an order dispute. They'll ask to connect to the victim's PC to assist with the issue. Fake fraudulent activity. The scammer impersonates a bank or agency investigating fraudulent activity. They'll ask to connect to the victim's PC to check accounts for the suspicious activity. Allowing a scammer to access your PC can result in passwords, files, and personal data being stolen. Your online banking and financial information might also be put at risk. Never let a stranger connect to your computer. That's red flag number 4. When they ask to connect to your PC, it's a red flag that indicates you're talking to a scammer. Let us know in the comments if you've seen this red flag before. The next red flag on our list, they request that you keep the matter confidential or secret. It's extremely common for scammers to ask for confidentiality or to keep a matter private. They don't want you to discuss the situation with other people. They know the more people you talk to, the more likely you'll be told it's a scam. To avoid this, scammers will make up elaborate stories to convince you not to talk to anyone. They'll impersonate agencies investigating identity theft and ask you to keep the matter confidential, or you might interfere with their investigation. That's a red flag. A scammer might instruct you to withdraw cash at the bank, but warns you not to disclose why to the bank teller. They might even provide you a story to tell if the withdrawal is questioned. That's a red flag. Always be suspicious of requests for confidentiality, especially when you're told to lie. Some common scams that might ask for secrecy include grandparent scams. They claim a relative of yours, your son or daughter, has been arrested and needs money sent for release. They say your relative is embarrassed about the arrest and asks you not to tell anyone. Investment scams. They tell you it's an inside tip and to keep it a secret. They might say the price is just for you and not to tell anyone. Inheritance scams. They impersonate law offices and send letters about inheritance to victims. The bogus letter will usually request confidentiality regarding the matter. Fake fraudulent activity. The scammer impersonates an agency investigating fraud and requests you to keep the info confidential. Scammers don't want you to discuss what's happening with other people. They want to minimize the chance of someone telling you it's a scam. That's red flag number 5. When they request that you keep the situation confidential or secret, it's a red flag that indicates you're talking to a scammer. Let us know in the comments if you spotted this red flag before. We just shared 5 red flags that indicate you're talking to a scammer. Let's review those one last time before wrapping up this video. Red flag number 1. They direct you to a third-party app like Telegram or WhatsApp to continue the conversation. Red flag number 2. They request payment in gift cards, prepaid debit cards, cryptocurrency, or by depositing cash into a Bitcoin ATM. Red flag number 3. They ask you to provide a code sent to your phone by text message. Red flag number 4. They ask to connect to your PC to assist or investigate an issue. Red flag number 5. They request that you keep the matter confidential or secret. If you encounter any of these red flags, you're probably talking to a scammer. You should pause and reanalyze the situation. Type your situation into Google and see if others report a similar scam. Take some time to verify who you're actually talking to. Reach out to the company directly and confirm it's a legit offer. And discuss the matter with family and friends and see if they have an opinion on it. That's it for this video. If you've encountered any of these red flags, tell us about it in the comments. We want to hear your story. If you find this video useful, please click the thumbs up button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It really does help. You could also buy a super thanks to help fund our mission. Don't forget to check our live stream schedule posted on YouTube and our Facebook events page. Stop by and say hi. We'd love to hear from you. I hope you found this video informative and helpful. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay safe.